Welcome, Whisky Aficionados, to review number 37. I'm Trevor, and tonight we're looking at the Tomatin Legacy, bottled at 43%. Here's the bottle and the box, looking pretty snazzy. And there's a lot of good things about this whiskey, but the only complaint I would have, and that's just looking at a lot of other bottles, whiskies, is that they've done everything really nice. The presentation's fantastic, apart from a crappy little closure, which is reminds me of a Coke bottle with a cork shoved into it. There's nothing on it, very weak, and it's the only little tiny nitpicking thing that I'd say about the bottle. Anyway, it's a Highland whiskey. The distillery is 40 minutes north of Inverness. This one was released in 2013, and yeah, it's been matured in bourbon barrels, finished off in virgin oak, so it's very similar to the bourbon type style, and it gives it a little bit of a bourbony type feel. It's got a richer colour, yeah, and that's what you would expect if it's finished off in that way. There's no age statement, so I'm assuming it's not quite 10, it's probably an 8-9 year old, but it is making a little bit of a noise. It's obviously a young whiskey. So yeah, young whiskey, bourbon feel. Just looking at the colour, it's got a nice amber colour to that, very appealing. Most whiskies are pretty similar. Never mistake the colour of a deep colour for being particularly good, because some of the very weak looking colours are actually fantastic whiskies with just no colour additives, etc. So on the nose, this gives you a little bit of a punch in the nose. Strong alcohol. You've got some of those intense fruit flavors coming through, or fruit smells coming through, a little bit pineapple. You can get the vanilla coming through. Very nice. It's a very pleasant nose. The Tomatin distillery itself stretches back all the way through to the 15th century. But it wasn't until 1897 when things really kicked off in a legal sense, as such, in a formal way, I should say. So there's a guy there called Ian Duthie. Now Ian has been there for 40 years, well, since 1975, and his job is making sure that what casks they select are the right ones for the job. He's been doing that 40 years, so I would say cheers to Ian. On the taste, it's fresh. It's fresh. It's sweet. There's a light spice, like a lightweight pepper type of hit around the mouth, so it's got a peppery sort of mouth feel, but it is light. A lot of fruit, a lot of sweetness. The oaks coming through. The finish. It's very sweet, light, and there is a slight dryness coming in towards the end. It's a very nice drop of whiskey. Highly recommend it, of course, and I think value for money, plus it's not an expensive whiskey. I'm going to give this a mark of 84 out of 100. That's 84 out of 100, which is very good. So subscribe to the channel, guys, because in review number 38 we're going to come home to New Zealand, and we're going to look at the New Zealand Whisky Collection, New Zealand Doublewood, 10-year-old, and that's bottled at 40%. I hope to have some inside knowledge and some comments from Cyril Yates, who was involved in the operation at the time. So in the meantime, make sure you subscribe, be safe, drink safe, and always remember quality over quantity.